I served 8 years in the armed forces. We practiced nuclear emergency drills most civilians will never witness. And I'm about to share something that could save your life. Everything you believe you understand about surviving the first 60 minutes of a nuclear incident is likely incorrect. The warning sounds. You have minutes, perhaps fewer. Here are 6 facts they don't share with ordinary people that could determine the difference between surviving and perishing. Fact number 1. Your cellar is a death trap. Everyone believes cellars are the most secure locations. Military instruction says differently. Here's the reason. Most home cellars have ground-level windows, weak foundation walls, and a single exit. If that exit crumbles or gets blocked with wreckage, you're trapped underground. Radioactive particles can enter through window openings and drainage pipes. You're trapped in a cement container, inhaling poison air with 0 escape routes. What we learned. Locate the most central room on the middle level of a building with multiple stories. Restrooms, storage spaces, corridors with 0 outer walls. You need mass overhead, mass underneath, and mass surrounding you completely. A restroom at the center of a second level defeats a cellar without question. The reasoning. Radiation strength follows the inverse square principle. Distance counts, but protection counts more. 6 inches of cement blocks most gamma radiation. Your cellar walls typically measure 4 inches, and that's just on 3 walls. The 4th wall is bare soil. If you're in a home, the optimal location is a central restroom or storage space on the ground level, furthest from windows. Fill the tub with water before you lock yourself inside. Stack books, furniture, anything heavy against the walls. You're constructing a temporary bunker with available materials. Time counts. You have 10 to 15 minutes before the pressure wave arrives, perhaps 30 before radioactive particles begin drifting downward. Don't squander it rushing to the incorrect location. Fact number 2. Windows kill quicker than radiation. Here's what ordinary people don't grasp. The pressure wave is your instant danger, not the radiation. The flash occurs first. If you witness it, look away instantly and drop down. Shield your eyes. That heat pulse will blind you through a window and ignite flammable items from miles away. 3 seconds afterward, the pressure wave arrives. Windows transform into shattered projectiles, moving at hundreds of miles per hour. I've watched instruction footage. Glass doesn't simply break. It bursts inward in a sideways spray formation that tears apart everything in its direction. Military procedure. Move away from all windows instantly, not just the ones toward the explosion. All of them. The pressure wave bounces off structures and landscape. It arrives from various directions. If you're trapped near windows when the warning sounds, you have 2 choices. Reach an inner room or drop flat on the ground beneath window height, behind something sturdy. A desk, a counter, a cement wall. The pressure wave moves in direct lines. If there's mass separating you and the window, you could survive. Don't attempt to cover windows. You lack time. Simply move away from them. After the explosion passes, those windows remain hazardous. The suction force can drag wreckage back outward. Remain down for no less than 30 seconds following the initial wave. Fact number 3. Your cellular device will deceive you. This is what gets people killed in every drill we conducted. The instant that warning broadcasts, everyone grabs their device. They contact relatives. They browse social platforms. They view the news. And they squander their only minutes. Here's what occurs. Cell towers crash instantly. You won't connect. Or you do connect, and now you're standing near a window having an emotional discussion while radioactive particles are drifting toward your area. Social platforms become a misinformation source. Incorrect evacuation paths, false safety signals, fear-inducing videos. Your mind can't handle that type of information during an emergency. It freezes you. Military procedure. Power the device off. Not silent mode. Off. Preserve the battery. You'll require it afterward for genuine emergency transmissions, not for browsing. If you have relatives in a different location, you should already possess a strategy, a meeting spot, a secondary contact living far away that everyone contacts when networks restore. If you lack that strategy currently, Placing calls during the first 60 minutes won't establish one. Here's the difficult reality. In the first 60 minutes, you cannot assist anyone who isn't within arm's reach. Attempting to assist from a distance simply gets you both killed. Protect yourself first. Contact others afterward. The single exception, a battery-operated radio tuned to emergency channels. FEMA, NOAA, weather radio, local emergency stations. Listen for 2 minutes. Record the details. Power it off. That's all. Fact number 4. The radioactive particle window is 15 to 45 minutes. Here's what they don't share with you. The explosion isn't when most casualties occur. It's the 30-minute period immediately following. Radioactive particles require time to drift downward. Based on weather conditions, wind velocity, and distance from impact point, you have approximately 15 to 45 minutes between the explosion and when radioactive particles begin landing in deadly amounts. That period is when everyone panics and rushes outside. They believe the danger has ended. They search for relatives. They attempt to drive away, and they step directly into the radioactive cloud. We labeled it the death zone period. More casualties occur in that period than from the original explosion in most situations. What you do differently. The instant the explosion occurs, you remain inside and you seal the space. Not after you verify the neighbors. Not after you glance outside to observe the destruction. Instantly. Grab towels, tape, garments, anything. Pack it into openings beneath doors, surrounding window edges, ventilation openings. You're blocking particulate material out. Radioactive particles are dust. Dense radioactive dust. It doesn't penetrate through walls, but it floats through openings. If you're already in a sealed space when radioactive particles arrive, your radiation contact reduces by 90%. If you're outside, you're inhaling it in. It's settling on your skin, and it's beginning a timer you cannot halt. The first 2 hours following the explosion are the most crucial. Remain inside. Remain sealed. Don't unlock the entrance for anyone. I understand that sounds severe. It's also the sole method you survive. Fact number 5. Water counts more than nourishment, but not how you believe. Everyone understands you require water. What they don't understand is that timing counts more than amount in the first 60 minutes. Military survival procedure. The instant you possess shelter, you fill every holder you can locate with water. Tubs, sinks, containers, bottles, pails. You complete this before you seal the space, before you distribute anything, before you rest. Why? Because water systems collapse quickly. Either the explosion destroys infrastructure, or officials disable the supply to stop poisoned water from entering the network. You have perhaps 10 to 20 minutes of water flow following the explosion before it vanishes. That tub water isn't solely for consuming. It's for cleaning radioactive particles off your skin if you were contaminated. It's for removing waste. It's for treating burns. It's for remaining alive for 2 weeks while the radiation outside weakens to safer amounts. Nourishment is secondary. You can endure 3 weeks without nourishment. You'll suffer, but you'll survive. Water. You have 3 days maximum, and that's if you're not active much. Here's the sequence. Seal the space. Fill holders with water, then concern yourself with nourishment. Take whatever's nearby. Preserve goods, dried items, anything that doesn't require cooling. Don't squander time arranging a storage area. Simply bring it into your shelter and seal the entrance. One additional point. If you're filling holders and the water begins emerging brown or smells like chemicals, cease using it instantly. The network is already damaged. Use what you possess and don't chance contamination. Fact number 6. There's a single situation where you violate the shelter principle. Everything I just shared with you presumes your shelter is structurally stable, but there's a single situation where remaining inside will kill you quicker than stepping outside. If you detect gas odor, if you observe flames expanding, if the structure is crumbling, you exit instantly. Here's how you complete it safely. Shield your nose and mouth with a moist fabric, multiple layers, a damp shirt, a towel, anything that blocks particles. It won't halt gamma radiation, but it'll prevent you from inhaling radioactive dust. Shield all visible skin, long sleeves, trousers, gloves if you possess them. Radioactive particles are a surface pollution issue. Keep it off your skin and away from your lungs. Move quickly, but don't sprint. Sprinting stirs up dust and elevates your breathing pace. You'll inhale additional contamination. Walk swiftly. Direct yourself to the closest undamaged structure with central room, a neighbor's home, a business structure, anywhere with sturdy walls and a space distant from windows. Once you're in the fresh location, strip your outer clothing layer instantly. Abandon it in the entrance area. Don't carry poison garments into your shelter area. If you possess water, wash your hands and face. Blot dry. Don't rub. Rubbing distributes contamination. Then seal the fresh space and don't exit again until officials broadcast a safety signal or you're compelled to relocate again. One additional point. If you're choosing whether to remain or depart, pose yourself this inquiry. Is the instant danger inside larger than the radiation danger outside? If the response is affirmative, you relocate. If the response is negative, you remain. Don't reconsider it. Those are the 6 facts military instruction provides that most ordinary people never learn. You have 60 minutes to accomplish this correctly. 60 minutes to locate shelter, seal it, obtain water, and remain stationary. The world outside will be disorder. Your impulse will be to assist, to flee, to complete something. Disregard it. The optimal action you can complete for everyone you value is remain alive. Endure the first 60 minutes. Then endure the first day. Then we address what follows afterward. If it's assisted, distribute it with someone who requires to observe it. And if you desire to understand what occurs following the first 24 hours, inform me in the responses. Remain safe.